You know, have you ever stopped to think that maybe the most brilliant design principles aren't in some textbook or a fancy piece of software, but are actually hiding in plain sight all around us, just in the patterns of everyday life? Well, let's dive right into that, because today we are going to uncover some seriously profound lessons in user experience found in some of the most unexpected places in India.
Okay, I know it sounds like a weird question, right? But just stick with me for a second. What if I told you that the key to building a better, more intuitive digital dashboard is sitting right there on your dinner plate?
The connection here is just incredible once you see it. So, the Indian Thali is basically a masterclass in dashboard design. It gives you everything you need all in one single view. You've got your main items, like rice or roti, and then all these smaller, bite-sized portions in the bowls, which are just like your key metrics or customizable widgets. You can even personalize it, right? You take more of what you like. It all boils down to the exact same principles: balance, choice, and absolute clarity.
So, first up, let's talk about clarity and flow. See, the best design creates order and guides our actions so smoothly that we don't even realize it's happening. Okay, I want you to picture a really busy street, just full of noise and people and chaos, but then a fruit cart with oranges stacked in a perfect, glowing pyramid. It just grabs your eye immediately. That right there is visual hierarchy. It cuts right through all the noise, it tells you exactly what's for sale, and it makes your choice super easy. And that's the lesson. Before your design can do anything else, it first has to attract and orient the user.
And this whole idea of clarity also applies to how we move. I mean, trying to manage thousands of people at a temple could be absolute mayhem. But the queue system? It's a masterpiece of guided navigation. The metal barricades create this one clear path, and you just follow the flow. It turns what could be a super stressful journey into something calm and controlled. And in the digital world, that's your perfect checkout process or setup wizard. It just holds your hand and guides you right from the start to the finish. Okay, so we've seen how design creates clarity, but now let's go a level deeper and talk about something that's just as important: trust. How do you actually design experiences that feel reliable, consistent, and, well, safe?
Oh, you know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you? It might look a little funny, and yeah, it makes that crinkly sound every time you use it, but this super common sight is actually a brilliant piece of design thinking in action.
This is just a perfect real-world example of what we call preventive UX. That plastic wrap is designed to prevent errors, spills, dust, sticky fingers, before they can even happen. It's like a physical firewall. It uses the exact same logic as an autosave feature in a document or one of those "Are you sure" pop-ups. It proves that great design doesn't just fix problems, it anticipates them, and that's how it builds a system you can really trust.
And here's another fantastic example of building trust, covering school books in plain brown paper. On the outside, everything looks uniform and organized, which honestly makes a big stack of books feel way less overwhelming. But inside, of course, each book is totally unique. This consistency on the outside actually reduces your cognitive load and protects the valuable stuff inside. It's the very same reason apps use consistent icons and layouts. It makes the whole system feel predictable and easier to navigate without watering down the unique content on each screen.
Now this might be my absolute favorite analogy. You know that plastic bag that's full of other plastic bags that lives in pretty much every kitchen? It might look messy, but it's a perfect, real-world design system. I mean, think about it. It's full of reusable components. The bags. You always know where to find one. It's totally scalable. You can always add more bags. And it's incredibly efficient. It saves resources. This is exactly what a digital design system does for developers and designers. It gives them a scalable, efficient library of reusable parts, like buttons and forms.
All right, now let's elevate the conversation a bit. Because design isn't just about pixels and user flows. It's really about people. You can think of it as an unwritten set of rules, a social contract that governs how we interact with systems and even with each other.
Leaving your shoes at the door is a perfect, simple example of what we call onboarding. This simple, unspoken rule does so much work. It sets a really clear expectation right at the beginning, and it creates a clean boundary between the outside and the inside. This one little action reduces friction for the entire experience that follows. And great onboarding in an app does the exact same thing. It quickly teaches you the rules of the road so your journey is smooth.
You can almost hear it right now, can't you? That distinct, high-pitched whistle from a pressure cooker. It's a sound that just cuts through everything else and delivers a very, very specific message.
That whistle is the perfect notification. It's perfectly timed, it's trustworthy, but most importantly, it gives you peace of mind so you don't have to constantly hover over the stove wondering if the food is done. Now compare that to the endless, irritating, anxiety-inducing notifications on our phones. It's a powerful reminder that a good notification should reduce our anxiety, not create it. It delivers value at just the right moment, and then it gets out of the way.
So let's talk for a moment about making things work for everyone. On a jam-packed bus with no fancy digital displays, the conductor shouting out the name of the next stop is a powerful act of accessibility. It's a simple, human-centered solution that works for everyone, especially when technology fails. It just proves that true accessibility isn't about adding complexity. It's about finding clarity.
All right, for our final section, we're going to look at what might be the most complex, the most counterintuitive, and maybe the most profound design lesson of them all. How truly functional order can emerge from what looks like total and utter chaos.
Go ahead and picture it in your mind. A busy intersection. There are no traffic lights, no stop signs. What you see is this fluid, almost intimidating dance of cars, motorcycles, auto rickshaws, pedestrians, all seeming to move at once, weaving through each other. And yeah, the first impression is overwhelming.
But let's just challenge that first impression for a second. Look closer. Somehow, almost miraculously, it works. People get where they need to go. The traffic, for the most part, flows. So what if what we're seeing isn't chaos at all? What if it's a highly sophisticated organic system at play? What you're actually witnessing is something called a self-organizing system. There aren't a ton of rigid rules, but there's just enough structure, like the general understanding to keep moving forward, that empowers everyone to adapt and organize themselves. See, too many rules would kill this flexibility and create a jam. Too few rules and it would just be gridlock. This is a system that finds its own perfect sweet spot. And this brings us right to our ultimate takeaway. Great user experience doesn't always mean adding more features, or more buttons, or more rules. Sometimes, the most elegant and effective design is about finding that perfect balance between control and freedom. Giving users a clear framework, but then empowering them to navigate it in a way that works best for them. So, I'm going to leave you with this question. Now that you've started to see the world through this new lens, what other incredible, hidden in plain sight design lessons are you going to discover in your own everyday life? Keep your eyes open. I think you'll be pretty surprised by what you find.